spoken in a dramatic, engaging tone. Have you ever had a boss look you in the eye and basically say, "You don't matter. We can toss you aside whenever we feel like it"? Well, one guy heard that exact thing, and instead of giving them the courtesy of a 2-week notice, he left them drowning in chaos, scrambling to fix a disaster he could have easily prevented. This isn't just a story about quitting a job. This is about poetic justice, when arrogance meets its match. If you've ever been treated like you're disposable, like your hard work didn't matter, smash that like button, subscribe, and buckle up. Because this is one of the most satisfying contractor revenge stories you'll ever hear. So picture this. I'm working on a contract gig at a big company. Engineering work. The kind of place where they don't hire you permanently. They just bring you on as a contractor for about a year. And I say about because the contracts are super vague. They'll tell you something like, expected to last 12 months. But hey, it could be cut short anytime or extended longer if we feel like it. And here's the thing. Most companies do stick to those rough timelines. If you do well, maybe you even get extended. But in the back of your mind, you always know. One wrong move, one budget cut, and boom, you're out. Now, in our little group, there were 10 of us contractors. 10 people, same boat, same worries. And we were managed by just one full-time employee. He was our sponsor, basically the gatekeeper. And let me tell you, this guy had the smugness of someone who thought he held the keys to our entire future. One afternoon, something wild happens. 3 contractors gone. Just like that. No warning. At 4 p.m. they're told, "This is your last day." And the kicker, they made me do it. I wasn't management. I was just another contractor. But technically I was leading the team day to day, so they handed me this dirty job of telling people their livelihoods were ending. Effective immediately. You want to talk about sickening. Watching the shock on their faces, the anger, the confusion. It made my stomach turn. So naturally I went to our sponsor afterward, along with another contractor. And we asked, "Hey, why didn't we give them any notice? Couldn't we at least have prepared them?" And this guy with the biggest grin, like he was proud of himself, says, "That's why we hire contractors. So we can cut them loose at a moment's notice whenever we want to." I'll never forget the tone. Like we weren't even people. Like we were just disposable tools. And as he's saying this, I can feel the weight of it. He wasn't just talking about the 3 who got axed. He was talking about me. About all of us. He basically told us to our faces, "One day, without warning, you'll be trash on the curb." That stung. Now, among us contractors, there was one guy I'll call Daniel. Sharp guy. Brilliant even. He was the one who could untangle the messiest parts of our project, the stuff nobody else fully understood. If you had a question, you went to him. Well, after that little speech from our sponsor, Daniel made a quiet decision. He started looking for an exit. He didn't announce it. He didn't complain. He just got to work behind the scenes, setting up interviews. And sure enough, he landed a job. Real one. One with stability. A start date in just a few weeks. Now, Daniel could have told our sponsor. He could have given the standard 2 weeks, tied up his loose ends, smoothed things over for everyone else. But then he remembered those words. That's why we hire contractors. So we can cut them loose at a moment's notice. And that's when he realized, why should he give them courtesy when they proudly brag about giving none? Final day arrives. It's 5 p.m. on a completely normal workday. Nobody suspects a thing. Daniel is calmly typing away, finishing up whatever he feels like. He's still right in the middle of projects. Projects only he truly understood. And then, without a word of warning, he closes his laptop, packs up his mouse, unhooks the docking station, walks calm as you please to our sponsor's desk. And with the same fake brightness our sponsor once used to justify firing people, Daniel places the gear down and says, "Hey, thanks for everything. This is my last day." The sponsor blinks, confused. "Wait, what do you mean last day? You're leaving?" And Daniel just smiles. "Yes, thanks." Then turns and walks. No hesitation. No looking back. At that same moment, he hits send on his resignation email. Formal, polite, but final. Effective immediately. What followed was chaos. Pure chaos. The sponsor had no clue what Daniel was working on. Because Daniel's projects weren't just half finished. They were labyrinths only he could navigate. His sudden exit left this tangled knot of problems nobody could unravel. Calls went unanswered. Emails bounced. The sponsor's face went from smug confidence to red-faced panic. And the rest of us. We tried, we really did. But it took weeks to even get a handle on what he'd been doing. The project derailed so badly it set everything back by at least a month. And I'll be honest with you, watching our sponsor squirm, watching his arrogance blow up in his face, it was glorious. Because here's the truth. If that sponsor hadn't been so gleeful about firing people without notice, Daniel would have given 2 weeks. He would have trained someone. He would have left things clean. But arrogance breeds consequences. And this time karma was served, ice cold. The sweetest part wasn't even Daniel's dramatic walkout. It was watching the sponsor realize that his own words had set the trap. He created the culture of no notice. He celebrated disposability. And in the end, he got exactly what he celebrated. He was left holding the bag, scrambling, embarrassed, exposed. Daniel. He walked into his new job without looking back, stress-free. That's not just quitting a job. That's revenge by principle. You know, sometimes the most powerful revenge isn't loud. It's not angry. It's quiet. It's walking away and letting someone choke on the very rules they forced on everyone else. And it's a reminder. Treat people like they're disposable, and don't be surprised when they treat you the exact same way. If this story gave you chills, smash that like button and drop a comment. Have you ever seen someone get the ultimate karma at work? I'd love to hear your stories. And of course, hit subscribe for more satisfying tales of revenge, justice, and sweet, sweet payback. Because trust me, we've only just begun.